Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Secret Heart, and welcome to Factorio. Vanilla 1.7. Well, no, Factorio 0.17 vanilla. We're currently at the latest version, which is right there. And as you can see, or as you probably can't actually see, but for those of you who are not a part of the Discord and were unaware of this happening, as you can see, I did do some work on the factory. Okay, so what did you all miss? Well, one, we set this up, so now this is running this, although yeah, that might be a problem. Alright. Head weight condition. Time passed. I'm gonna say not 30, but 120. 90. There. Oh, it was almost empty. Damn. Yeah, eventually we will have cars. Eventually we will have a bunch of other things, but okay, hold on. First, let me just... I remember what I was doing. I was setting up stuff for plastic and some other things. Alright, so we've got sulfur. Not really set up yet, but yeah. So those are powered now. So what comes next is one, water goes there. Two, underground pipe. Shit. Alright. So I'm gonna need iron. Oh, shit. Okay, so how this is gonna work is this over here is gonna pump water. This over here is gonna pump the petroleum gas, and they're gonna mix in the chemical plants and output sulfur. Now, what that sulfur will do is then take water once again with iron plates that will be picked up over here, brought down, and possibly up. Like, we might even set up a mini bus system where we ship copper, iron, maybe even steel over here as well. Have like this, let me just do it this way. Have like this as like a little mini base. And yes, I will probably be adjusting. I might eventually rebuild this whole thing. I might. like off camera, what's probably going to happen is, oh, excuse me. Oh. Okay, so that should. Not sure I needed that much space. Yeah, I could have pushed it closer a little bit. Oh well. Alright, so that was the 90 seconds, so now that's gonna come in. It'll plop down there. Empty its contents. And then run back over here. Or, well, over to pick up. And then the plates, which I should probably head over there first. Yeah, so what the plates will do is, of course, it'll empty. In on itself. And then run along and up. Yeah, so this is done. Alright. Yeah, the guy will do that. Yeah, I kind of have to. I have to head over there because I need the iron for the piping to finish up that. Alright. And I think once I've set up ooh. That was a close one. I'm not sure how I'll do it. Like I said, I'm not sure if how I will do it is like I said, I'm not sure if how I'll do it is I'll tear these down and then ship the ingredients over here, in which case I'll need some sort of filtering system so that like I can have one station at one, maybe two stations where it dumps all the stuff off, and then it slowly like goes through this filtering system where it ships off to the correct researches. That is red, green, what do they call the red, the green, blue, the military. Oh yeah, of course. Can't reach it because it's Alright, so yeah, it's like it's automation, logistics, military, and chemical. Most likely this research base, which is essentially research base 1, most likely this will be just those 4. Maybe more, maybe less. It might just be red and green. It might just be military. I don't know. So yeah, as I was saying. Let's tear this down. Since this is empty. And we can refurbish the stuff for That, finally. And this space can be used for something else. Eventually. Alright, let's go. Boom. Just to be on the safe side. Alright, now we need to head over here and set this up. And yes, I know they're only on one side, but one minute. And then we'll go doop. Might swap it to a 4. Because with this is 3. 4 would be even. Let's go like so. Just make things simple. There. That way I could go. Shit. And under. And then it'll be under again. And split it. And now we've got iron shipments again. So things are getting iron again. And of course, again, as I'm continuously saying this episode, I will be, I don't know when, but at some point I will be tearing this whole thing down and remaking it. I may even, like, eventually I may even reach a point where, like, this entire system right here gets torn down and remade. Who knows? Alright, let me quickly make myself some armor. Deal with. That would require advanced circuits, which requires plastic. So technically we do have, in fact, access to modular armor, but we don't actually have access to it due to the fact that we need plastic. Which is just coal and petroleum gas. Alright, so once we've got batteries set up, and like this is probably just going to be some sort of like temporary base. Eventually I will tear it down and make a more permanent one. Like, for instance, like I said, for instance, I might sit there and, like, in the future, whether it's like episode, like, it could be like episode 50, it could be episode 200, where I sit down, tear it completely down, and use solar panels. Like, for instance, this area here, once the coals go on, I may turn around and make this area a giant solar array. In fact, I might even, like, eventually what I do want to do is make everything in little bases like this. So, like, research will be done in one, iron will be done in one, copper will be done in one, steel will be done in another, maybe circuits will be done in one. And don't get me wrong, I could continue doing like this. I could make it like spaghetti instead, where it's just all over the place. I could do that. I could very easily do that. But I find like this kind of layout eventually will hit a standpoint. So if I have these bases here, where these like smaller bases here, where it's like there's one particular job that they have. Like, for instance, this only does iron. It's only doing iron. Yeah, I might change that to no. 30 seconds. There we go. Alright, and that just ran out of coal. Or power. So I think I'll have to run down and grab some. Oh, I've got some in my inventory. Alright. I will probably have to set up some sort of refueling station. But I don't know. I might need some sort of like logic circuits in order to run that. And I don't know how to set up logic circuits for trains. If someone watching does, feel free to mention it. Yeah, I could definitely make that a lot more compact. I don't know. Should I? Well, like I keep saying, I will slowly eventually. Suppose I could set up more. 2, 3. course, eventually, once we upgrade to the electric furnaces, we won't need to be shipping coal here as well. So what we could do is convert that coal to something else. Like, for instance, maybe we'll have set up over here maybe this is where we'll do military. So yeah, I think what I'm probably going to do is have a base where the research packs are made, and then have a base where it's just a bunch of research packs, or just a bunch of research stations. As from what I've seen, eventually we will be needing dozens upon dozens of research packs. Not research packs. We already need dozens of research packs. Science packs. That's what I've seen. Where eventually we will need dozens of them. Dozens of science research stations, not research packs, research stations. It's orientated correctly. Yeah, that's orientating it correctly. Alright. So, these guys are getting shipped. And yes, I do realize I need more of the long-handed. But these guys are being shipped like so. Like so, like so. And then they're being shipped out. I think I'll connect it like up here. Over there. So yeah, so how this system right now works is iron ore and coal are dropped off here. They're converted into iron plates, which are then sent up to over here, which of course then turns and converts them into whatever. Eventually that will have changed, and we'll have multiple iron plate plate trains shipping them to multiple locations. And yes, eventually I will probably set up a grid system, a proper grid system, so that each of these things is one train wide. So I will probably adjust this a little bit. Maybe this, well, this I definitely will have to adjust because it's on the coal patch. So this will eventually be like I did with this over here. Most likely off camera, I will push this. I might do this whole section here, maybe even like up to here, taper that off, and push this back so that this is not on the coal patch, so the whole coal patch can be utilized. But that's one of those off-camera things. So yeah, I'll mostly be doing this like that kind of stuff off camera. As if I didn't, it would like be like 3 or 4, maybe even 5 episodes of me doing that. What I'll also probably do is I'll probably like the biter base dealing with, that will probably be off camera. So these guys, I will get rid of them off camera. So yeah. Alright, that was I'm not sure. Hold up, let me see. Yeah, it was an iron plate. Alright. It would have been nice if it was, but iron plate's inventory isn't even close to being emptied. I might need to redo this then. Wait, I have to redo it. Because it's... God damn it, I forgot the... chests. There's supposed to be chests. I've got the materials for it, so... Let me just quickly go. No. Not all of them. Although I could do all of it. Make it so that I don't have to deal with it in the future. Alright. And of course, again, as I've said, a lot of this water will be cleared out. I think what's probably going to happen is, like, I'll do this series for as long as I can. Like, once either... what was I doing? I remember. Alright, so this is going to be have to push forward. This needs to be turned into... I can't believe I miscount. Can't believe I completely forgot about the system that I use. Yes, there's a reason I'm setting it up like this. Yeah. That is not how that needs to be. So I will rearrange that once this is done. Alrighty. Oh. Dismiss. Okay, so here's how we are going to do this. gonna plop, boom, and boom. So what's gonna happen is that's gonna go in like that, and then that's gonna go in like that, and then boom. That way each one is being used sort of kind of equally. Like for instance, let's say if I were to go like that. As you can see, each one is being used. Show that there. Oh, dismiss. So now it's one. Alright, so this should eventually empty. Hold up. Yeah, each one of these chests can actually hold the whole thing on its own. The whole thing. So even while this is backed up, this will be emptying and then leaving and then coming over here and picking up more iron and then coming back over here, and eventually I will set it up so that, like, for instance, there will be an iron, there's an iron, there might be, like, I might sit there and go plop steel, or plop here and have steel like this. So like iron is like this, steel could be like this as well. It could just be like, take the iron, loop down, turn it into steel, come back. I might want to turn around and have it like further away, like punch it over here. Like have it over here, like I'd have to rearrange my this factory, but yeah, so I might have it like over here, so this iron is essentially closer than the steel, so this iron, although if I did that I'd have to rearrange this, then I might not need this anymore. I'm not exactly sure what this base will become. This base probably will be either energy production, so coal will have to be shipped here, or the rockets. Either way, so with that, that's the episode. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed the video, do not forget to leave a like and subscribe for more content. And hit that bell icon to be notified of next time I upload a video. And I shall see you all next time. And remember, Hail Sithis, Hail Shiva, goodbye.